Moin moin. Ah, jetzt sehe ich alles sehr wohl. Moinsen, alles zusammen hier, ne? Wir machen jetzt weiter mit Greedfall. Jetzt geht's hier weiter. Hallo, hallo. Ich denke mal, wir laden sofort das Spiel und machen weiter. Da, wo wir aufgehört haben. Ups. Bisschen leiser die Kopfhörer machen. So, mal schauen, wie lange wir noch spielen mit dem Spiel. Ich weiß nicht. Eigentlich denke ich mal noch so 10 Stunden vielleicht. Vielleicht aber auch noch 15 Stunden. Moin Mara, hallöchen. Mal gucken, mal gucken. So, wo sind wir stehen geblieben? Genau, so hier. Lagerplätze haben wir schon überall was entdeckt. Uns fehlen noch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Gebiete, wo wir noch nicht alle Lagerplätze gefunden haben. Und hier fehlt uns noch überall was. So, genau. Ich wollte ja dann die Quest mit Konstantin machen, ne? Genau. Genau. Ja. Ja, dann gehen wir mal hier Teleporter.
Ongos. What? I must leave.
Und wir müssen hier hin, genau. Sind wir gut? Sind wir beladen? Ja, wir müssen was verkaufen. Boah, leck. Leck. Stimmt, das haben wir gefunden. Das kann ich zurücklegen, genau wie den hier. Der ist legendär, aber ist nicht besser als mein epischer Ring. Das kotzt mich so an. Ich könnte kotzen, ey. Lass mal das verkaufen. Die muss ich mal wegpacken, die legendäre Rüstung. Alles weg hier. So. So. Weiter geht's hier.
Quesi! Get out! Who do you think you are to foil our ritual? One of those moin shakers, no doubt.
Aiden, it is your duty to assure we are not interrupted.
1,000 pardons, Tien. It is indeed one of those moin shakers.
A mind shaker? Look at him more closely, Aiden. He is an Almanawi. Present yourself and tell me why you interrupt our ceremony.
My name is Desarde. I have come looking for you to ask for your help.
Then, how can I help you?
My cousin suffers from a terrible sickness, the Malachor.
I do not know this sickness. But perhaps we call it by a different name.
It turns the blood black and provokes terrible suffering. And alas, it is fatal in all cases.
The symptoms of its victims start with severe headaches and nausea. Their blood becomes effectively darker and more viscous. The veins become visible. In the end, the victim weakens and dies. We have not, as of yet, found a treatment.
We've never seen the ailing touched by such a sickness. And I doubt I am able to heal your cousin.
We are looking for a remedy, but urgently need to relieve his pain. Could you slow the progression of the sickness? Keep him from suffering?
In that, I can help you. I know how to make one forget the pain, even the most severely wounded.
But Tiern, with all that is happening now, you cannot leave to visit this ill person.
It is true. My village needs me now. I cannot leave. I must attend them.
What is going on? Perhaps we can help you.
Truly? You?
Do they have a choice, Aiden? They do really seem to have need of me, don't they?
Well then, tell us what we need to do.
The situation has become unbearable. And it all started when these Moin Shakers began arriving. They wanted to convert everyone and take them to another place. Turn them away from us. And of course, the village folk would not be persuaded. But the Moin Shakers remained.
And it was also at that time the Tenland started to attack. It is not their way to do as such.
There are many wounded. And recently, many have gone missing. We must discover from where these monsters come.
I can try and talk sense into the missionaries. Perhaps with the help of Bishop Petrus. As for the attacks of the creatures, I will see what I can do. But I need more information.
Our master hunter, or the families of the taken, could most likely help you.
Very well. I'll take care of it. Make preparations to accompany us. The days are burning like very thin candles.
Do not worry. If you see to the concerns of my village, I will be most happy to accompany you.
Let's go and see this master hunter.
Sehr gut.
He may be able to explain all there is to learn about these attacks.
Gut, wo ist der Jäger? Meister, Jägermeister? Jägermeister. Bist ein Jägermeister. Das bist du wahrscheinlich, ne? Ja.
Good day. Are you the master hunter?
Beurtir to Madren, I'd say. I am indeed one and the same person. What do you want of me?
The Dunegad, Katasach, spoke to me about the animal attacks. Can you tell me more?
The Tenlands have been angered. They are very angry. The beasts have always lived here. But they only attack if we tread near their nest. Of late, they attack on sight. There have been many wounded, and some of our young have even disappeared. It may be that the Tenlands killed them, but it is also possible they followed the missionaries.
What can you tell me about the Tenlands?
They are normally very peaceful creatures, very calm, but who defend their young with fury. During the attacks, I noticed that they were not all the same. Not all from the same nest.
What do you mean?
That the other beasts don't come from here, but from other places. And that they are coming more and more often.
Were there many victims?
Many wounded. Thanks to the healing powers of the Dunegad, they survived. But the attacks happen more and more often. And they come with greater fury. I try to chase them away, to destroy any nests that I found, but still, more of them come. And now our children disappear. The stress alone could kill our village.
Can you tell me who the children are?
A young fisherman and a gatherer. You will find the sister of the woman and the brother of the man in the village.
I will go and see them. Isn't it odd that these creatures who are normally passive have become so aggressive?
Yes. Yes. This has never happened in my lifetime.
What do you know? Speak. Lives are at risk.
I do not speak of things I am not sure of. The Ränge, like you, do not understand the bond we have with nature.
I believe I can help you in your fight against the Tenlands. How would you advise me to go about it?
You must destroy their nests. It's sad, but the only way to stop their numbers growing. There are most likely 3 around here. I can point you in the direction to one that I discovered. I would have taken care of it, but my village cannot spare my presence here. I must keep watch. I did not find the two others. Some in the village may know where to find them.
And how would I go about destroying the nests?
You must burn them and kill the dominant one, or else they will build again. We see them especially at dawn. After that, we no longer see them. But be careful, Renaxe. The night belongs to the Tenlands. That is when they are most awake. Going out at night is very dangerous.
I thank you for your advice. We shall go and destroy these nests come dawn. What do you know about the missionaries?
The Mind Shakers? They came here before. They speak of light, of demons. All that they want is for us to join their village. They want to make us Renaigse. Their words do not touch those old enough to understand. They follow them to their Eden village. And they become...
Have you tried to fight them?
No. But some have fought. Because they treat the... I think if not for the attacks, no one would have turned to them. But hope fled our village. And the...
It sounds as if the attacks began at a timely... Is there anything that we might be able to do for you?
Besides destroying their nests, do you know the art of crafting weapons? Our artisan was among the...
I can try to repair it.
Here, in this condition, it is of no...
Look, I really need you to tell me what you know about the cause of these attacks.
I regret I cannot speak words about something you would not understand.
I must be going. Katasach advised us to speak with the families of those missing. Perhaps they might know where the tenants have built their nests.
Alles klar. Ganz viel Gelaber gerade hier. Was ist das? Reparieren, also. Jo.
Here is your weapon. It has been made new.
Thank you. You have given it back its purpose. It belonged to my master before me, and you have understood its nature. It may be that you are more on Almanawi than Renaigse, and that you will one day see as we. During my walks, I saw a great Tenlan of clear skin. The others seemed to follow him. I felt that he called them, that he fed them rage, and that his place is not here.
Why didn't you try to kill it?
He is very strong, and the others protect him. I was only able to track him to his lair, a cavern. I placed traps all around it, but all were avoided. He is clever.
You say he doesn't have his place here. What do you mean?
That he was brought here to attract the others and make them rage. By men, the Renaigse. But I cannot prove this. That is why I did not wish to voice these thoughts. I feel it, nothing more.
I must be going.
Alles klar. Was ist hier wieder los, ey? So, dann sprechen wir mal mit der Schwester da oben. Hallo.
Good day. I've been sent here by your Denegad. He asked me to help you.
I hope he is right, and that you are not like the Mind Shakers. My sister has gone missing.
It is for that very reason that I'm here. To attempt to find her or to understand what has happened.
Then I will tell you what I know.
Your sister, what does she look like?
She is a very beautiful young woman. Kind and sweet. I miss her so very much.
Is she very careful? Does she know she should be wary of the beasts?
Oh yes, she knows it very well. But she has been star-eyed of late. And the stars make you forget all caution.
How long has she been missing?
2 nights have gone by since. She told me that she was going to gather berries. It was early in the day, but she never returned. I called for her from the edge of the village, in vain, and the Tenlands were roaming.
Do you know where she usually goes picking?
Certainly, in the clearing. We find a great many berries there.
Is there anyone in the village that might want to harm her?
No, everyone loves her. Maybe a little too much.
Why do you say that?
She is beautiful and young. The mine shakers took notice, and the boys of the village did as well.
What do you think has likely happened?
She might have been attacked by the Tenlands, but it was early, and they come out mostly at night.
You think it might have been something else?
I hope, even if it is a strange hope. Perhaps she was taken by the mine shakers. They were pestering her the other day. They behaved without respect. A boy intervened and chased them off.
But you think that they might have captured her when she was outside of the village? That merits inspection. Tell me about the Tenlands, about their attacks.
Before, I only very rarely came across the beasts. We knew their nesting grounds and kept clear. But now they are everywhere and they attack everyone.
Do you know how to fight them?
No, I am not a fighter. If you want such advice...
Very well. I will go and investigate this clearing.
It is possible, because before there was never one.
Could you tell me anything about the missionary?
They are monosynaig. They think that...
What do you mean?
They came to our beautiful village. Many heard their words and left. We never saw them again. But I believe that they take the young to serve them.
The one who's also missing?
Yes. He was very brave. I hope they didn't hurt her to avenge their pride.
I'm going to have to go and speak with them. I must leave now.
Sehr viel Gequatsche gerade hier. Aber das muss auch mal sein, ja. Sprechen wir mit dem nächsten Kollegen hier. Na, wo ist er denn? Da.
Good day. My name is de Sardet, from the congregation. I've been told that someone dear to you has disappeared.
Yes, my little brother. He left to go fishing, like every day, and he did not return.
Your Donegad asked me to help you. Any information you can give me will be very useful.
This is true? I hope your words to be heartfelt. My insides are twisting in fear that my brother is lost.
Can you describe your brother for me?
He is young, rather tall and strong. The girls find him handsome. He is such a nice boy, but he is wild off the tether, and often his curiosity gets him in trouble.
Can you tell me more precisely when he disappeared, where, and under what circumstances?
It was 2 days past. I saw him leave to go fishing, as he was often to do.
And you cannot remember anything out of the ordinary?
No, he was full of joy, full of life. I am so worried about him.
Did your brother have any enemies?
No, I can't think of anyone who would plant strangleweeds in his garden. Perhaps a youthful rivalry. He didn't get along particularly well with the master hunter, but it was nothing serious. Perhaps the missionaries. He did get into a fight with them, but they surely wouldn't have taken him.
It's still a lead. Was he close to anyone?
He has been dreamy and more joyful than usual. Those are the signs of someone stricken with love. But he no longer wants to share secrets with me. He told me that he has grown beyond the shadow of his brother, and the birds in his branches are his.
What do you think most likely happened to him?
He could have come face to face with Tenlands. They've become angry of late, but he knew how to avoid them. He might have had a run-in with the Mindshakers as well. He got into a fight with them a while back, because of a young girl in our village.
You think the missionaries might have sought vengeance?
I don't know, but he might have went to find them in their village. He bears no good feelings towards them.
I will go and see. Maybe they can tell me more.
Also entweder die Gläubigen haben die entführt, die beiden, weil sie sind beide vor 2 Tagen verschwunden. Aber was ich eher glaube, ist, der Junge und das Mädchen sind beide zusammen aus dem Dorf abgehauen, weil die so sehr verliebt waren. Und irgendwie mit der Familie nicht klarkamen oder sonst was. Könnte ich mir vorstellen, so eine Love Story. Oh yeah! Deswegen würde ich eher sagen, die sind abgehauen, weil sie keinen Bock mehr hatten auf dem Dorf oder so. Und ja, plötzlich, also beide am selben Tag verschwunden. Und die liebten, also hatten was untereinander, so eine... wie man das so kennt, so über anderen Opfer sprechen.
Did your brother know the other girl who disappeared?
Yes. It is because of that girl that he fought with the Mindshakers.
Could she be the source of his happiness of late?
I don't think so. They have been friends since they were little. And she is promised to another.
A promise can be broken. And it might be the reason your brother has kept it secret.
Perhaps. But what would it matter? He would not have fled with her. Not without saying farewell.
What can you tell us about the Tenlands?
They are beasts that live near water, rivers or coasts. In all our memories, only if you approach their nests do they anger and attack. But lately...
Yes, Katasak told me they attacked the villagers. Could you point me in the direction?
I know where to find one, but there are certainly more. My brother should not have left the village alone. But for a while...
Could you tell me about the missionaries?
The Mindshakers. They came here to take us. They said it was a perfect place, where all is shining.
Their words seem to have been to your liking.
A place full of peace is a dream. Here we must fight to... Now, their stories of light are difficult to imagine. But my brother fought with them. They gave trouble to a young girl. He told me that these Mindshakers were liars. That they were hurt. I don't really know what to think. If they took them, could you tell them to give them back?
This story about the fight compels me to at least ask them some questions. I must be leaving. It seems our 2 missing youths were together here. No need for a seer to see that there must have been something more than friendship between them.
Sag ich doch.
Well or no,
Not yet, but I must be leaving.
Sie sind einfach zusammen abgehauen, 100%ig. Ist doch logisch. Hey, Love und so. Love is crazy. Love is so crazy. So, was ist da? Benötigt elementare Pfade. Okay, da ist ein Nest schon mal, da können wir erstmal hinlaufen. Das ist genau hier vom Dorf. Hier ist ein Nest. Und der 3. ist da oben. Aha. Und dann ist hier Missionar, ja, aus dem Posten. Gut, dann laufen wir erstmal hier hin. Ich mache mal hier so einen Punkt.
Given the presence of the Tenlands in this clearing, there must be a nest not far from here.
Da sind sie. Töten! Na, wo ist der Weiße? Was ist das der?
The ideal moment. I must kill the dominant one before destroying the nest.
Oh, wir sind Level Up. Sehr geil. Hammer geil, Junge. Oh. Das ist jetzt der Weiß, ne? Oh.
I can't do that.
Inventare, Pfade 1. Wie, ich kann das nicht zerstören. Inventare, Falle, Level 1. Wo soll das denn sein, ey? Das ist so kacke gerade.
I can't do that.
Ah, ich benötige eine elementare Falle. Also, brauche ich keine mehr. Muss mal ein paar herstellen gleich. Und dann wieder zurückkommen, ja. Ah, ist das nervig. Hätte ich davor erstmal gucken müssen. Ah. Ist hier irgendwo eine Werkbank? Ich glaube nicht. Nee. Muss echtes Reisen erstmal was. Oh. Werkbank da. Mal so mal 15 Stück davon. Jawohl. So, jetzt wieder zurück. Reisen. So, also, so, okay. Ich verstehe. Das hier nochmal schlafen, soll ja morgen grau sein. Jetzt ist es langsam dunkel wieder hier. Ich komplett vorbeigelaufen schon. Ach. Ich laufe hier schon vorbei. Der wieder gespawnt, alle, oder was? Was soll denn das? So, die erste Pfade, die ersten Nester haben wir kaputt gemacht hier. Ja, dann gehen wir mal weiter. Gehen wir mal da hoch jetzt.
Do you have any news? Do you?
Not yet, but I... Was your sister fond of a young fisherman who also disappeared by any chance?
They have known each other since they were little. Like all the children of the village, they have always been friends.
Only friends?
Yes. He defended her when the Mindshakers wanted to take her. But she is promised to another.
The brother of the young fisherman told me that he suspected him to be in love. And it started with the story of the fight.
He defended her because he has heart, and because she is his friend. But she was promised. If the boy had a sweetheart, then it must be another young girl.
Listen, I really need to know everything that can help me find your sister. Hiding something, anything, will only make me...
I have told you everything that I can.
Holding on to a secret when a life is in danger is stupid. What could be worse than losing?
Nothing that you could understand, Ränge.
I must leave now.
Okay. Können wir hier einen Punkt verteilen? Wo wollen wir Stärke oder vielleicht hier hin? Ja, machen wir das hier.
Do you have any news?
Not yet. Forgive me. I can understand that you would want to protect her reputation, but her life is in danger.
You are right. I know she loved this boy, and that they met each other in secret.
Why did you hide that from me? I'm not her suitor.
You are a Ränge. You do not understand what a problem. When two young people give themselves to one another, they weave a bond. Breaking it would mean banishment.
I see. That's why they had to meet in secret. Do you know where they went?
In the clearing.
I shall go and see if I can find any trace of them. I must leave now.
Sehr gut.
Why did it take her so much time to accept that her sister was in love with that boy?
Ich sag doch, die hatten was miteinander gehabt. Genau. Gott. Ich ersticke. Machen wir erstmal die Falle hier kaputt. Ja. Erstmal der Nestgebot. Ach ja, die Liebe.
In the area the fisherman's brother mentioned. A nest must be close to here. To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get nice! Storm, the ideal moment. I must kill the dominant one before destroying the nest.
Ui. Hallo.
Good day. I'm the legate of the congregation of merchants on this island. Might I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Our allies from the continent are always welcome among us. What do you want to know?
Could you tell me what your mission here is?
We must return these lost souls to the light and guide them so that they might receive the revelation. We have constructed the perfect village. In this protected paradise, they can receive divine teachings and join.
Have you heard about the Tenlin attacks on the village?
I didn't know those creatures were given that name, but yes, we have heard talk about the attacks. We offered them our help and some comfort in their most difficult hour.
In exchange for some inspiring conversation, I suppose.
Of course. These horrible beasts have most certainly been sent by the demons of this island. To chase only a few away would be of no use. If they truly...
You haven't been victim of these attacks?
On occasion, yes. But thanks to the Illuminated, we were able to chase...
You seem to assert that the attacks of these Tenlins is somehow linked to the... Whereas these are creatures that the natives have always known. They nest beside...
These are familiar beasts, but hasn't anyone informed you that they're... These creatures have been riled up by the demons of the island, who have come to realize sending them against these poor people. They maintain them in a state of fear and obedience. There is only one way to truly make these attacks cease, my child.
The Doneigad of this village wishes for you to depart. You disturb...
And you expect us to obey him? Haven't you understood that to leave would be to abandon the simplistic souls of all those that follow him? No, my child. We will not leave this place.
I must go. We're going to need to find some leverage if we want to force these missionaries to leave. Perhaps searching through their belongings will give us something we can use to put pressure on them.
Ja, das habe ich mir auch gedacht.
One more thing. I must go.
Muss ich außen rum hier oder was? Ja. Sehr gut, wir können ja hier durch, Gott sei Dank. Ja. Gibt's hier was noch? Irgendwas anderes außer Bäume? Nee.
How can these so-called religious men dare to abuse these young people? I thought that the word of the enlightened was very clear on this subject.
Oh je, oh je. Vergewaltigt haben sie die jungen Leute hier. Typisch, ne, für gläubige Bastarde.
One more thing.
Yes?
Hier, ihr Vergewaltiger.
I found a document in your belongings. The content is quite enlightening. Your missionaries have forgotten the divine teachings. Are not all forms of abuse against your religious commitments?
A few missionaries did stray from the path. This is true. But our mission is too vital to let their zealous natures dissuade us. You should have never read that.
To my help! And death to the others!
Fight! The enlightened guides his own.
Drink a potion! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Be careful!
Stop! We lay down our weapons.
Now leave the region and do not return.
We shall not forget the manner in which you have treated us. But you shall not see us here again.
Sehr gut. Weg sind die, ey. Die Spastis, ey. So, dann haben wir nur noch hier ein Nest zerstören und da die Leute finden. Jo. Lager am Wasser. Okay. Sehr gut, sehr gut, sehr gut. Oh, flehende Mäuse. Verschwindet. Moin, Papa zockt. Danke dir. Na, wie geht's dir so? Alles gut bei dir? Der ist ja tot, ne? Jo. Den haben wir schon getötet. Ojoje, dann gute Besserung, ne? Deine Tochter und dir. Viel Tee trinken, Wasser trinken und viel essen.
The hunter told me that I would find a nest in this area.
Na, Erkältung zu haben ist immer scheiße. Alles klar, Papa zockt. Viel Spaß. Ist ein guter Film, also viel Spaß dabei, ne? Man hört sich. Ciao, ciao.
The third nest is destroyed. The Master Hunter will be relieved to hear it, I'm sure.
So, das haben wir alles erledigt. Jetzt nur noch die Verliebten finden und dann sind wir fertig hier. Die Lichtung. Ah, da liegt was.
A basket full of berries and a trap full of fish. All of it scattered and half-eaten by beasts. Our two lost souls were here together. They must have been attacked, or they wouldn't have left these behind. Let's search the area. Maybe we can find their trail.
Oh ja, also wurden sie am Ende doch noch attackiert, wie es scheint. Bestimmt hier weiter runter, würde ich mal behaupten. Und hier wieder zurück. Muss hier vorne wo was liegen? Da sind Blutspuren. Ah, es sind ein paar Blutspuren in der Höhle. Ah, nee, 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 bitte nicht.
That cavern seems home to some creatures. Let's be wary. It could very well be the lair of that great tenland the hunter spoke of.
Ach, der Scheiße. Ah, nein, die sind tot wahrscheinlich. Ich hoffe, die leben noch irgendwie, ey. Dass die irgendwie überlebt haben. Hoffen wir mal. Oh nein, da liegt... Da sind sie, die sind tot. Scheiße. So kacke, ey. Die zwei Verliebten konnten wir leider nicht retten.
One is older than the others. Judging by his clothing, he was a missionary. The two others are more recent. A man and a woman. Our missing couple, no doubt. They were dragged here and devoured alive. What a tragic fate.
Ach der Scheiße, ey. Nachricht, die bei einem toten Missionar gefunden wurde. Hilarius, sei besonders vorsichtig, wenn du das große weiße Tenland in diese Höhle bringst. Es ist unglaublich wild und die anderen Bestien befolgen seine Befehle. Unser ganzer Plan hängt davon ab. Alter, sie sind wirklich dafür verantwortlich. Für den...
I cannot believe that these missionaries used such a ruse to achieve their goals. Two youths died
kotzen,
because of them.
And we wonder why the natives have a bad opinion of us.
Ich konnte kotzen, ey. Die haben diese weißen Dinger hier reingebracht. Die weißen Bestien. Die Gläubigen. Oh, das sind solche Spastis, Alter.
Return to the village. Their families need to be informed.
Oh Mann, ey. Schade, schade. Leider konnten wir sie nicht lebend zurückholen. Weil diese Gläubige so behindert sind hier. Am liebsten will ich die ganze gläubige Clan da einfach ausrotten, einfach alle töten, ey, ganz ehrlich, ey. Einfach einmal so Schattenbilder hin reinballern und tot. Einfach abschlachten, ey. Richtigen Hass habe ich auf die, ey. Ja, müssen wir leider die traurigen Nachrichten hier überbringen. Mit dem Jäger sprechen wir zum Schluss erstmal mit der Dame hier.
Do you have any news? Do you know where my sister is?
Yes. I'm truly very sorry.
Oh no. Nah. Sir Tonsidag, please do not tell me that she is dead.
I found her body in the lair of the Great Tenman, not far from the clearing.
But how could she have been surprised by the beasts? She knew the danger.
She went out to meet the young fisherman. The time must have flown by, into the night. I'm so sorry. We found them both dead.
I must bring her body back to carry out the rite.
You should not go alone. I killed as many as I could, but it would be better to be prudent.
I shall follow your counsel on Olmenawi. 2 deaths are enough. Thank you. Thank you.
I must leave now.
Well, Olmenawi, have you found my brother?
I found him, but I'm truly sorry your brother is dead.
May the earth welcome him. I felt it. How did it come to pass? He knew every stone on our lands. It couldn't have been an accident.
He had a liaison with a young girl from the village. They would meet in a clearing. They must have forgotten the hour. Night took them by surprise and a Tenman crossed their path. I found both of them in the cavern of the beast.
How terrible. Why did he go to see the girl in secrecy? They could have... I must recover his body. To give it up to the earth, as is our custom. Where is it?
With the body of the girl he loved, in a cavern near the clearing. But it is a dangerous place. Other Tenlans might still be roaming there, though I did kill quite a few.
I have a duty owed to my little brother. Thank you, Olmenawi. I will not forget this.
I must be leaving. The nests are destroyed, and with the death of the White Tenlan, the attacks should cease. And we were even able to convince the missionaries to leave. Katasak should be willing to follow us now. Let's go and find him.
May the beasts answer your calling, Olmenawi. You are a brave hunter. The village will at last find peace once again.
Na gut, jetzt reden wir mal mit dem Chef hier vom... wo war seine Bude? Ach. Da unten. Mal schauen, ob er irgendwie helfen kann. Dass Konstantin hier weniger Schmerzen hat. Du denn?
I've heard stories of your exploits. It's unusual for us to be offered. It seems my Tiern was right. You are on. How can I help?
Tell me about this.
I thought they came. I was, but I see.
What?
Our river, we are our village.
Can you tell me?
I hope.
I would like.
I'm in for all of the balance.
I have to go.
Quite well.
So, reden wir mal mit ihnen. Katasach.
I can see from your face that you were victorious.
Indeed. I put the White Tenland down, who was enraging his kind, and destroyed their nests. The attack should no longer trouble you. I also encouraged the missionaries to leave. They will not return.
I regret that violence was necessary to make them go, but I thank you all the same.
In the end, we found the missing young ones. But alas, it was too late. Devoured by wild beasts.
Undivorced tier end. You did well on Almanawi. Now they should be able to find the rest.
Will you agree to accompany me now? My cousin needs your help.
I have packed what is needed. I am ready to journey with you.
Oh, wir teleportieren sofort darüber. Sehr gut. Mein Vater! Komm schon. Hoffentlich hat das was gebracht. Na, es steht ein bisschen länger als sonst. Alter, wie er aussieht, ey. Oh Mann, ey.
This pain. It'll be the death of me.
Alter, der Arme, ey.
I can't control my body. It's like being a stranger in a marionette set ablaze. Consumed by a smoldering fire. The moment's growing near, isn't it? Am I about to surrender my ghost to the Reaper of Souls?
Ja, der Arme, ey.
You pop in just when you're needed, cousin, as always. Who are you? Your hand is cold as ice.
Your cousin is burning.
That is such a relief.
Let me present Katisach, Constantine. He is the greatest healer on the island. He will help you.
Please, stay.
I am here for you, Ränge, and I will not leave until I found a way to ease your pain and suffering. Fill your mind with the patience of the ocean. I know not how much time I will need. I've never seen such a sickness. The spirits of your lands must be quite horrendous to cast down such evils upon the peoples that live there.
Thank you. Thank you, cousin. I don't want to imagine my plight without your intervention.
Okay. Die Quest ist abgeschlossen. Also konnte ich nur aussuchen, entweder die Eingeborenen oder einer von den Gläubigen zu nehmen. Ja, ich denke mal, das ist mir lieber diese Entscheidung gewesen mit ihm hier. Jetzt haben wir nur noch eine einzige Quest. Eine Hauptquest. Und die anderen 2 Nebenquests, aber das sind so nebenbei, was man erfüllt, ne? Also Leute. Speichern und reden wir mal mit ihm.
My dear cousin, come closer and tell me what brings you.
Constantine, is it true? Are you in great pain?
This sickness is horrible, believe me. Now I understand what your mother went through. But you have not come to hear my complaints. Speak. It will give me something else to ponder.
Allow me to present Afra, an emissary of the Bridge Alliance. She is an eminent naturalist who studies local flora in an effort to find a remedy.
Your Excellency, it is a great honor.
You were part of Governor Buren's lost expedition, if I've understood correctly, were you not?
Yes.
And our research would have borne fruit if it hadn't been so brutally interrupted.
I can only imagine. Nevertheless, you are most welcome. Your great learning will certainly prove useful. I implore you, my dear cousin. Do continue. We're eager to hear your news.
Any news of your parents?
No. My father's next letter. As for my mother, she's probably too busy.
Are you liking your new role as a governor?
Honestly? Once I received most of them I would love. I have so...
How are relations with our allies?
Oh, they bow and scrape, and they regularly assure me. So, Teleme, they're a bunch. The only thing...
Okay, das kennen wir schon alles. Okay, einmal zurück und jetzt über Heilmittel sprechen. So.
I wanted to inform you of our progress made in the attempt to discover a cure. As you advised, I followed the leads shared by our allies, none of which led anywhere. However, they both pointed in the same direction, towards a sort of god that the natives worship. They call him En Onmil Frichteman, the god of many faces. He is very powerful and protects the island.
How can you be sure that it's not some sort of myth? Even a superstition?
I saw it with my own eyes take shape during a ritual. It is possible that the Malachor is the expression of its vengeance.
You are referring to the secret we unearthed. The entire continent is paying today for the errors of our grandparents. It is a terrifying perspective.
But if it were true, he must also be able to help us heal.
Katasak, my friend. I saw you flinch hearing that name. You were familiar with this being.
All of the Donegada know him, even in their flesh. He is Tirfredi. It is with him we make our bond. But I would be surprised that he is at the origin of your sickness. He is generous and only rages when attacked and wounded.
I fear that that is exactly what we did. Cousin, I know that I ask much of you, but I have no choice. You need to go and find this magical being. I won't survive for much longer. Beg him. Offer him all that he wants, but we must have this remedy. I need it.
I shall do all in my power, Constantine, I promise you. But I need to find a way to communicate with him. I was already sent to fight a guardian under that pretext, and it almost killed me.
There is a way. A way so sacred that even we Donegada cannot use it. Enon Mil Frichteman decides. It is not I who judges your intentions. Go and find Glendon, the sage of the village council of Dorhagenedu. If he deems you worthy, he will guide you. To be able to speak with him, you must present this seal. It will prove that you are the friend of a member of the council.
I had no idea that such a talisman was required.
You have not yet been named Mull of your clan, Siora, daughter of Bladned. When this has come to pass, we will give you a seal that allows you to give voice to your friends when visiting the council.
It is a symbol of great trust. Why are you awarding me this?
I do not wish to lose the soul who has put their life in my hands. And also, you have proven you are our friend back there in my village.
Thank you, Katasak. I will not forget this honor you bestow upon me. And thank you, dear cousin, for everything.
Ja. So langsam wird's spannend hier. Ich glaube, so langsam kommen wir auch zum Finale hier. Ich speichere jetzt erstmal. Ich spreche mal mit jedem.
Greenblood, my friend. Glad to see you. I'd like to talk to you about something.
I'm listening.
Remember that note we found in Rolf's office?
Of course. The one that said the recruits had been sent to different governors?
Yes. It was signed with a name I'm familiar with. Herman. Somebody I'd hoped never to cross paths with again. He was the one who founded the camp we closed. And believe me, he has done an incredible amount of damage to the Guard. I'm gonna find him and make him pay for what he's done. I know that he's in San Mateus.
Okay, wir haben noch eine Begleiter-Quest. Machen wir direkt.
This quest for revenge isn't only about what happened to Rayner and the others, is it? Very well. You can count on me. What do you plan to do?
Major Herman is posted in San Mateus. He's part of the Red Sun Regiment now. He's loyal to Torsten, but kept his head down when the coup was dismantled.
Isn't denouncing him enough? He'll be put to death for high treason.
The Guard's reputation has suffered enough from Torsten's scheming, and he has connections in high places. I'm sure he has many supporters.
What are you getting at? Are you going to kill him yourself? If he's well connected, the Mother Cardinal will surely hear about it, and I doubt she'd be pleased.
I know. That's the whole problem. We need to get rid of him without anyone finding out.
If Petrus were here, he would probably tell us to do the exact opposite.
That old fox is as sly as ever. But I don't see what you're getting at.
There's a group in San Mateus that could make someone disappear in broad daylight, without anyone saying anything about it.
Those mad inquisitors.
Exactly. It might not be easy to convince our good friend Aloysius, but it's worth a try.
You're right. And if we bring Petrus, he will surely help us sway the Inquisitor. I must say, this is a horrid solution. But if anyone deserves it, it's that bastard
Der Hermann.
We'll need to find him, though. And he's been keeping a low profile since the coup failed.
And we've already seen to what extent the law of silence has on the Guard.
We need help. Our new commander might be able to tell us who to turn to. She knows everybody.
All right then. Agreed. Let's start by going to see her.
Petrus sollen wir mitnehmen? Okay. Dann machen wir erstmal die Begleiterquest, ne? Wahrscheinlich gibt es jetzt noch ein paar. Bis wir mit den Hauptquests weitermachen. Ups, nicht hier lang.
Let's get rid of these money bags.
Ah, Your Excellency, I'm glad to see you. It seems there has been an unexpected development. The manager of the tavern came to find me. He complained of supply problems on the island, and a customs sergeant who is seizing his shipments from the continent. Clearly, neither we nor the palace gave any such orders.
You suspect that these seizures are being used to supply the contraband?
It's the only logical answer.
And you wonder if Egon is involved? Very well. I will find out. No,
okay, wir haben jetzt noch eine Quest bekommen. Zufällig. Aber wir machen erstmal eine Begleiterquest weiter. Das ist ganz hinten da. Oder eher besser.
Hello, Commander.
Lord Desardo.
Nee, sie, sag ich doch.
And Kurt, I believe I should be thanking you for my nomination.
It is your upright and honorable nature that won you this post, not I. Perhaps sometime in the future you'll curse me for having suggested your name.
I hope not.
How can I be of service to you?
You seem to know Kurt well.
If you're expecting her to tell you some nasty little secrets, it might be best if I head away.
Don't say such silly things, Kurt. You know I only have good things to say. We have known each other a long time, and I think we have been brought closer by the ideals. A mercenary guild, certainly, but for whom honor and loyalty. Some would tell you that we're past it, that our vision is too naive. Perhaps that's true. But I do not mind fighting and risking my life for what I believe. Anything else?
We are here to talk to you about a document we found in the training camp.
A letter, signed by Major Herman. He's behind all of this, Sieglinder.
Herman. Kurt, this is personal now. When will this story be finished? I could court-martial him, but you know how much certain people support him.
I know. He'd probably get away with it. Everyone loves the heroic Major. No, we thought of another way. The Ordo Luminis.
You want to have them burned as heretics?
If he'd been caught as Torsten's accomplice, he would have been drawn and quartered. Do you think that's any less painful?
I don't know if you came to look for my help or my blessing. You have both. But promise me that you'll stop seeking vengeance after this.
You have my word. We just need your help to find Herman. He's been hiding since the failed coup.
And you need help in the San Mateus barracks. Talk to the corporal in charge of the prisons. I know him well. He's loyal. He's from the old school. If he can help you, he will.
It seems to me that the Ordo Luminis keeps its prisoners in the prisons of the guard.
In fact, if you want to avoid drawing too much attention to yourself, you could bring Herman there directly. I'll write you a letter for the corporal. Here you go.
Thank you for doing this for me, Sieglinder.
You're welcome. And don't forget your promise, Kurt.
Okay, wieder Schnellreise. Ohne dass ich entscheiden konnte. Finde ich jetzt aber nicht so schlimm eigentlich. Weil... Ich glaube, wir sprechen erstmal hier mit dem Kollegen, der im Gefängnis ist. Also dem Gefängniswärter. Ob er Informationen hat für uns. Da ganz hinten. Ach, der ist...
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's free. Come and see me as soon as you
Da ist er.
Yes? What can I do for you?
Sir, Commander Sieglinder wrote this letter to you.
I wasn't expecting that. Even though I never really liked the Major, the Commander is asking me to do all I can to assist you in your mission. So what can I do for you?
We're looking for the Major. We know that he was posted here.
Yes, and officially he still is. But I haven't seen him for some time. Following the coup, he was probably expecting us to go after him. The only people he may have told about his hiding place are his lieutenants. Those two are his henchmen.
I see. Well, we'll just have to go and interrogate them.
If we bring him to you, can you make sure he ends up in an Ordo Luminis jail?
Do you want to condemn him to the stake? That's a bit extreme. Listen, I can lock him up, but you'll have to find a way to keep my men from seeing him.
Why is that?
All the guards in the city know the Major. If they see him brought here, they'll want to know why. And they will surely take it out on the Inquisition, which could end badly.
You're not wrong, Corporal. What do you suggest?
If you bring me some sleeping potions, I could put the whole lot of them to sleep. When they wake up, they'll be ashamed of having slept through their watch. But that's better than spilling blood. Exactly. Come see me when you have enough. Anything else?
Schlaftränke.
So you need sleeping potions, is that right?
Exact. Anything else?
We should go.
Goodbye.
Okay, ich brauche 3 Schlaftränke. Die können wir natürlich besorgen. Gehen wir hier raus. Oder besser gesagt, wir können die auch selber herstellen.
And what can I do for you?
That will be...
Das ist die falsche Seite. Wo muss ich hier raus? Wie war das nochmal? Dadurch, da. Schnell raus hier. Wuhu. So. Na, braucht jetzt Schlaftränke? Ja. Kann ich hier was herstellen? Da ist ein Tisch. Oder da ist mein Bude. Machen wir mal die 3 Schlaftränke, bringen das zu dem Wächter. Und dann gehen wir zu dem anderen Typen und überzeugen ihn, dass die ja den Typen verbrennen. Schlaftränke hier. 3 Stück bitte. Sehr gut. So, wieder zurück.
Yes? What?
So you need sleeping potions, is that...
Yes, to put my men to sleep. That would seem the best way of doing it.
Perfect. And then?
When you have your man, let me know and I'll do the rest. Anything else?
We should go.
Goodbye.
Sehr gut.
What do you want now?
Das hat dieser Bastard, ne? Ja.
We have come to discuss something that concerns you.
Really? I'm listening.
We would like to draw your attention to a man who has confessed to terrible crimes.
Has he professed heresy? Venerated one of the demonic creatures worshipped by the savages?
Not exactly. He's responsible for many deaths, and was one of Torsten's supporters.
Who, as you know, was planning to overthrow your governor and take her place.
These truly are crimes. But they have nothing to do with the Ordo Luminis.
You should denounce this man to our governor. I'm sure she'll be happy to have him drawn and quartered.
Unfortunately, this man has friends in high places. I doubt that we'll be able to convince the Mother Cardinal.
Politics. The curse of our society. I approve of your quest for justice, and I will help you as much as I can. I can't have your man publicly arrested without raising too many questions. But if you arrange for him to come to one of our jails discreetly, I'll make sure justice is delivered. The felon will receive the punishment he deserves on behalf of the glorious enlightened.
May he always keep you in his divine blessing, Aloysius. You will soon find this man in your jail.
Anything else?
Das war's.
Nothing.
Remember that the enlightened...
Now that everything is ready, we should go find these lieutenants.
Fahr die 2 Leute ins. Ja, wo sind die? Ah, sind im Gefängnis. Ah, okay. Da, 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 da.
May the enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
Soldiers! Everyone outside, that's an order!
But, Captain, with all due respect, you're not in our regiment.
We're supposed to stay here, Captain. We must guard the barracks.
I believe that the rank of Captain of the Guard counts regardless of regiment soldiers, especially when the said captain reports directly to Commander Sieglinder.
If it's an order from the commander, we better obey, guys.
Oh, sorry, Captain. We didn't mean to disobey you. Let's go. Let's get out of
Sehr
here.
gut. Hier sind wir alleine, ihr Arschlöcher. Wer bist du denn? Hau ab.
You're far from your regiment, Captain. What do you want?
We're looking for Major Herman. I was told you'd know where to find him.
The Major? He must be on a mission somewhere.
Don't play dumb with me, Lieutenant. I'd be sorry to see you arrested as an accomplice.
Listen, Captain. We really don't know what you're talking about. As for your threats, you're not our superior. You're not part of our regiment.
Yet we're here with your new commander's blessing. The Major is accused of treason. You'd better tell us where to find him.
Lies. The Major is a righteous man. We'd give our lives for him.
Really? Let's see you do it.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my help! So, are you finally ready to tell us where we can find Herman?
We'll
never easy.
tell you anything. Stop! You might be ready to die for him, but I'm not. He's in a warehouse on the port.
The traitor is probably getting ready to leave the island. What do you want to do with these two, Kurt?
Lieutenants, you're under arrest for now. Go to the commander. She'll decide what to do with you.
At your orders, Captain.
Let's find the Major before he escapes.
Major, pop. So, jetzt können wir ihn festnehmen. Wenn er nicht davor schon abgehauen ist. Ist uns auch schon mal passiert. Ah. Direkt hier. So. Töten wir dich ihn. Aber sowas von. Ich werde ihn abschlachten. Ah, hier ist er. Hallo, Hermann.
Here he is. What the... Kurt? It's been so long. How did you find me?
Does that
Moin,
really
Kiro.
matter,
Na, wie geht's dir?
You're finally gonna pay for all your evil, your treachery, and your schemes.
Come with us, Major Herman.
If you think I'm gonna give up without a fight, you're wrong. Soldiers, seize them!
Ob die eine Chance haben gegen uns? Ah, ja. Jo, das war's auch schon. Easy. Bei mir ist auch alles gut.
After all, I owe my talents to you.
Let's lock him up. The Inquisitor will do the rest.
Und sonst, was treibst du gerade so um diese Uhrzeit? Ist ja schon ein bisschen spät eigentlich, ne? Oder auch so Urlaub oder Ferien. Oh, was ist das? Eine Truhe. Oh ja, öffnen. Komm schon, ein Ring. Bitte ein Ring. Keine Ringe, nur Rüstung, was ich nicht brauche. Das könnte aber vielleicht der gut anziehen. Der Code. Du machst Stunden ab. Ah. Dann ist das ja gut, ne? Oh. Wie viele Überstunden hast du so gemacht dieses Jahr? Weil bei meiner Arbeit ist das fast unmöglich, Überstunden zu machen. Da mache ich eher Minusstunden. Obwohl ich in 3 Schichten arbeite.
Kurt, are you all right?
Yes. Better than ever. You cannot even imagine how much I hated that piece of filth.
What did he do to you?
As you may have guessed, I suffered the same treatment as Ränge. The only difference is that I survived, and there's even more. Believe me, I'm glad that these memories went up in flames along with that bastard. Thank you, Green Blood. Thank you for helping me as I go through all this. I'll never forget it.
Sehr gut. Oh, die Quest ist fertig. Oh. Das war wahrscheinlich auch die letzte Quest vom Kurt. Über 700 Stunden. Ach, hör bloß auf. Ach, hör auf. Das muss verboten sein, sowas eigentlich. Was für einen Job hast du, wenn ich fragen darf? Brennt er jetzt da am Scheiterhaufen? Wo lang da lang? Moment. Da lang. Mal schauen, ob er wirklich da verbrannt wird gerade. Weil er ist jetzt einfach verschwunden vor unseren Augen und das war's für Quest bestanden oder was? Hm. Nö, hier brennt keiner. Hey.
What do you want now?
Nothing.
Ich dachte, ist mir zu sagen, okay. Das war's dann wohl. Jawohl, können wir machen, ist ja kein Problem, wie gesagt. Alles gut. So, was haben wir jetzt für Quests eigentlich? Schmuggelware. Oh, machen wir mal.
Karanz, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Der hat kein Quest für uns. Der Vasco müsste eigentlich auch keinen
Glad to
mehr
see you,
haben.
my friend. Can I do anything for you?
Nee.
I must leave you.
Afra, so ein Quest für uns?
Desarde, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
Sie fragen, da sind Oh,
I must
Moment.
leave you.
Speichern. Mit Code haben wir schon. Ups. Petrus bleibt doch stehen. Ich möchte mit Petrus sprechen, hallo.
My dear
meine
child,
Güte.
what can I do?
What was your role at my uncle's?
No, I tried.
I'll see
Okay,
you
der hat auch
later.
nichts mehr zu sagen. Dann so Afra, können wir wohl in Beziehung eingehen.
Desarde, I'm happy.
Oder so,
Can I
mal
do-
schauen. Sie fragen, ob sie oft ihre Waffen auf Leute richtet.
What did you think about that moment next to the campfire with the elders of Vigigador?
It was strange and a bit frustrating, to be honest. What about you? How did you feel?
Ich sah, dass es ein romantischer Augenblick hätte sein können.
Had those old sages not been there, you and I next to the fire, it could have been a romantic moment.
You are really strange, Desarde. Thinking about such things at a time like this. Anything else?
Oh nein, Ruf. Okay, weiter, warte. Ich lade nochmal neu. Ich glaube, ich muss immer die richtigen Sachen auswählen, ja. Um sie anzuflirten. Mal schauen, ob wir was da starten können mit ihr. Sollte ja eigentlich gehen in dem Spiel.
Desarde, can I do?
What did
Was
you
war
think?
das?
Wahrscheinlich ist das zweite hier. Ich sage das ja.
It was peculiar and mysterious. It was as if we were observing a game without fully knowing the rules. However, it seems to me that we learned a few things, being with them at that moment.
This is true. In my opinion, knowledge should be shared. That's why I'm so impatient when it comes to secrets. But your attitude is wiser. I will ponder the question. You've given me a lot to think about.
Das war
Anything else?
das war das Richtige, wie es scheint. Ob sie oft die Waffen auf
Do
Leuten
you often
richtet.
hold strangers at gunpoint?
Only when I'm being tracked. What about you? Do you often track young ladies?
Was ihr Scham euch so ihr geführt hatte. Das ist bestimmt zu doof hier, das Erste. Ja.
Only when they're attractive. Your charm guided us to you.
Really? And how would you have known how I looked? I did not expect you to be so inane,
Oh.
Desarde. Anything else?
Ich glaube, das war das Falsche.
I'm asleep.
Okay, warte. Ich lade nochmal neu. Ich lade nochmal neu. Neu. Weil soweit ich weiß, kann man das auch verkacken und dann kann man keine Beziehung eingehen. Oder was, wie man das hier nennen mag in dem Spiel.
Desarde, can I do any?
What did you?
It was.
It was peculiar. However,
But you're any.
do you often?
Only.
Your journal was surprisingly thorough, and your observations. How could one not want to find someone so brilliant?
It could have fallen into the hands of a boorish idiot, unable to understand any of it. I'm glad it was you who found it. Anything else?
Okay, ich gehe mal zurück. Einmal speichern. Nochmal sprechen.
Desarde, can I?
Oh Mann. Aber das Mitschüler
Did
hat er.
you have any fellow students?
Of course. We were but a small group working with Dr. Wussy, but we were encouraged not to get too close to each other. It was more of a competition. Why? What's on your mind?
Did you not share your knowledge with the others?
Not really. And to be honest, I don't even know if they would have listened to me back then. You would not believe how much competition there is in the universities of Al-Sad.
I think it's a pity. It seems to me that ideas progress faster when they're shared.
That is true, but I did not know it back then. I only discovered it thanks to you. Anything else?
Ja, das stimmt, Kiro. Das ist... alles geht's nicht, ne? Sonst machst du einmal Klick falsch und danach, ja. Es ist unmöglich, das wieder zu machen.
How did you feel when we visited the cave?
Astonishment, I think. I felt as if I had reached my goal. As if I was finding a long-lost treasure. It was strangely moving, I think. What about you?
Ihr sagt, dass du lieber mit ihr allein gewesen wärst. Sie steht ja nicht auf diese romantische, ne, mehr so mit Wissen und Lernen und sowas. Also denke ich mal, das ist das Richtige.
It was a grace-filled moment indeed. And these rudimentary paintings taught us so much. I would never have thought that mere murals could contain so much knowledge.
Because we looked at them in a different way. To us, these paintings were more than just decorations. They were like a window into some knowledge that was completely foreign to us. I used to swear only by writings, but now I realize that there are many other ways to learn. And once more, I owe this realization to you. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Anything else?
Alter, wie viele Fragen gibt's hier noch?
I must leave you.
Speichern.
Desade, can I do it?
What do you think of the love that unites those young people? It really seems as if they share something special.
It's true. I don't think I've ever stumbled upon two people that were so close to one another. On the continent, where everything is political, it only happens in fairy tales. But here...
Do you ever think that you could become that close to someone?
To be honest, no. Not before I saw this young couple.
What about now?
I do not like to lose myself in vain reveries. But for some time now, I've begun to think that such sharing of ideas and feelings is in fact possible. Anything else?
Do you think that attending this ceremony has changed your world vision?
Yes, obviously. Before it, I was so focused on my own knowledge. This ritual made me understand the power of sharing, of emotions and of the bonds between people. This new vision gives me new perspectives. A whole new life is ahead of me.
At last. You understand that science does not hold all the answers. Feelings and emotions are still outside of its grasp.
That may be true, but trying to understand them makes us grow. Or at least that's what I believe. Anything else?
Oh, das war schlecht, okay. Dann nochmal neu laden. Ah! Das kann ein bisschen dauern jetzt hier, ey.
Desade, can I do?
What do you think of the
It's true. On the continent.
Is it that you're starting to believe in love?
Who told you I did not believe in it? When it is sincere, it is an admirable feeling. But alas, it seldom is. Anything else?
Do you think that it...
Yes, this new...
Knowledge comes in many forms, and sometimes it can't be found in books.
That is true. An experience can transform us and make us grow more than reading a book. I love exploring science and nature, but in the end, I only saw it as a way to find content for my books. And yet, the nature of the things you and I have shared seems impossible to describe. You'd have to have experienced it. And I'm glad I've experienced it with you. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Das war's. Knarre ziehen, Kopfschuss, Dialog, beendet, alone. Ich habe leider keine Pistole. Ich habe nur Magie. Aber ich glaube, das war auch nicht ganz richtig. Irgendwie, ich weiß nicht, irgendwie nicht so ganz. Irgendwie. Wahrscheinlich muss ich noch weiterspielen, aber. Ist nicht nochmal hier nochmal?
Do you think this new
knowledge?
Anything else?
Okay. Speichere ich mal so ab. Irgendwann später vielleicht mal. Mal schauen. Was hatte ich vorgehabt jetzt? Was tust du da? Nein! Nicht rausgehen. Nicht rausgehen, du. So, Nebenquest, ne? Genau. Mal schauen, ob wir Afra noch irgendwie, naja, klären können. Mal gucken, mal gucken. Ich könnte auch mit Vaskos. Geht auch eigentlich, dass ich mit ihnen eine Bindung schaffe, also eine Beziehung eingehe. Aber bis jetzt hat er auch keine Optionen gehabt dazu. Also man kann auch schwul sein in dem Spiel. Finde ich gut. So, wo ist das jetzt?
Oh, it's you on Bertirtum. Do you want?
Hast du was zu verkaufen? Nein, nur Scheiße, ne? Uah. Ich kann was verkaufen. Wollte Kurt noch damit ausrüsten eigentlich? Kurt. Jawohl. Bisschen weniger, aber ich glaube, damit es gut aussieht. So, jetzt sieht es gut. Nochmal heftiger aus als davor.
Oh, it's you on Old Menawi. Come and see. I'll receive beautiful things from our village.
Ja, also wie gesagt, ich habe das auch nur so gelesen, also ich habe es auch nicht mal wirklich gelesen. Bei Steam gibt es so Errungenschaften und da gibt es eine Errungenschaft, dass da steht, Beziehungen mit Vakos eingehen, mit Afra, mit Kurt kann man eine Beziehung eingehen und Siora oder wie es heißt. Das sind so die 4 Charaktere. Danach habe ich mal kurz gegoogelt ein bisschen und da stand da, man kann mit Vakos als Mann auch in eine Beziehung eingehen. Und war das Sione und mit Afra kann man auch weiblich, also wenn du einen weiblichen Charakter hast, kannst du auch mit Afra in eine Beziehung eingehen. Also, ja. Aber ob das so alles stimmt, wer weiß. Ja, Platz da.
What can I pull for you?
Manfred, the quartermaster of the barracks, told me about your supply problems.
And he sends you? Damn. I didn't think a legate would act in person, but it's nice to see that our problems are taken seriously. I'll explain. Alcohol has been scarce in New Serene for quite some time. Our suppliers in the town are constantly victims of theft, to the point that they're no longer able to supply taverns. I could have managed if my monthly delivery from the continent had arrived as planned, but customs seized my goods.
Did they give you a reason?
Conservative seizure, they said. Time to check that everything is in order. And now they tell me that they can't return my goods because they've been stolen. Can you believe it? If even customs are getting robbed, what hope do we have?
Huh. This is all rather suspicious. Don't worry. I'll go and see these customs officers and get this cleared up.
Befall den Zöllner. Ja. Machen wir mal. Hier passieren Sachen die ganze Zeit. Ach.
Customs Officer Ulrich. What can I do for you?
Desarde, I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. I've been told of some issues with customs. I would like some clarification.
I'm listening, Your Excellency.
I was told that a shipment from the continent bound for the tavern had been seized as a precautionary measure.
Yes, it's possible. We seize cargo sometimes, to verify that all taxes to the town have been paid.
Randomly, without a prior formal order?
No, I don't know. Perhaps we received a complaint. That happens sometimes.
I suppose all entries are noted in your records.
Naturally, but I assure you that we only do our job. It was all routine.
War alles Routine, ja.
I was informed that customs was robbed.
Yes, these thieves have quite the nerve. Someone even stole personal belongings this time. Since then, I've put all important things in the chest. But I lost the key. Probably on my way here.
Let me summarize. You have confiscated some goods, perhaps because of a report, but you're not sure. Then that same cargo was stolen from you, along with other things in your custody.
Exactly, Your Excellency.
You are either the worst customs officer I've met or the biggest liar.
Listen, Your Excellency, I made a mistake. It's true, I should not have ordered this seizure. In fact, it was late and, counting the crates would have taken me hours. I decided to postpone it. In the meantime, the goods were stolen. It's unfortunate, but I'm not useless.
You haven't even informed the authorities of this robbery. This is all rather suspicious, Officer Ulrich. So I think it's necessary to conduct this inspection with a search.
Please, Your Excellency.
I'm sure the contents of this chest would be very informative. Maybe we should go to the docks to see if we could find the key that this scatterbrain has lost.
Soll ich seinen Schlüssel suchen, ey? Wollt ihr mich irgendwie verarschen? Ich kann Truhen einfach so öffnen. Ich habe Stufe 3, höchste Stufe. Höchste Stufe. Mann. Hier, kann ich das nicht einfach öffnen? So. Wollte schon sagen, ey. Schlüssel suchen. Ich bin ja nicht doof. Brief von Egon an den Zöllner. Wir werden heute Abend im Steinbruch in der Nähe der Nächtischen Toren auf dich warten. Heftig bist du, die Feder, die du bei den Listen, ey. Oh, der Egon droht ihm, den Aldrich, mit seinen Kindern. Schweinehund. So, Aldrich. Dann sag mal, was Sache ist.
So, were you satisfied with your inspection, sire?
Absolutely. I found this letter in your chest. The signature on it seemed very interesting.
I was sure I'd lost the key. I will explain. But I am trapped. And it's been like this for months. I am forced to pull off all kinds of tricks in order to settle an old debt.
Egon?
Yes, sir. Either I do what he says, or I lose my children. I've already paid off my debt 100-fold, but he maintains his hold over me. And now I have no choice but to obey when he asks me to divert larger shares of cargo.
Could you help me identify him?
I'd like to, but I've never met him. He gives me his instructions in writing, or sends his men. He wrote the letter you found, or at least I think he did.
I plan to put an end to this individual's activities, so anything you can tell me will be useful.
I hope you manage it, Your Excellency. For the sake of my children. Maybe you could come to the meeting he's arranged tonight.
Do you think he will come in person?
I don't know. This is the first time I've received a notice like this. I fear he'll punish me for arousing the innkeeper's suspicions. He doesn't let anything get past him, you know.
Very well, I will come. If only to avoid you paying the price for your stupidity.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'll meet you at the North Gate in the evening.
No offense to our new friend. I'm not sure this Egon will come in person. I'd be surprised if he'd bother moving just to lecture a small fry in his business.
Jo, der Arme, ne, wird bedroht für Egon. Ja, das ist schon scheiße. Was soll er denn machen, ne? Wenn es um die Kinder geht. Da will ich wahrscheinlich auch nicht anders handeln. Wo war meine Bude nochmal? Ah, da ganz oben, genau. Rado, hast du was zu verkaufen? Oh. Das war's so schnell. Das ist ja nur 5. Das waren 5 Schaden mehr. Das ist doch Quatsch. Das ist doch einfach nur Kacke. Angebot verkaufen, und zwar das da. Und das hier. Das kann auch weg, scheiß drauf.
Thank you for your...
Okay, das ist nichts für uns. Leider, leider, leider.
Come closer, good people.
Wir sollten ja abends erstmal kommen, also gehen wir erstmal schlafen hier. Abenddämmerung. Jo. Mal schauen, ob das reicht. Alrik, bist du da? Hallo? Ah, da ist er.
Ah, there you are. Are you ready?
Aufbrechen.
Yes, let's go.
We have a meeting next to the quarry. As we are early, we should be the first to arrive.
Perfect. I'll hide until they get here.
He will certainly not come alone. I beg you, don't wait to intervene if things go wrong.
Be confident. I won't abandon you.
You should get in position. He'll be here soon.
Okay, soll mich verstecken. Steinbruch. Im Steinbruch soll ich mich verstecken. Dahinter. Jo. Machen wir das mal.
My friend, I'm so glad to see you. Because you owe us some explanations, don't you?
Sir, let me explain. I wanted to do well. I was just a little rushed and...
Silence, fool. Not only have you been so clumsy with your handling that the quartermaster was informed, but in addition, you dared to plot with this legate. A noble that has already cost us dearly. Do you no longer love your children, Alrik? You want us to get rid of them? Is that it?
No, Mr. Egon, I beg you. Don't hurt them. I didn't have a choice. The legate came for an inspection, but I didn't tell him anything. I swear.
It's a shame, Ulrich. Egon loved you, but would replace you with someone else soon enough. Someone
So
smarter.
ein Arschloch, ey.
Get rid of him. I don't want to hear from this little roach any longer. As for me, I'm leaving for Hikmet. Try to be discreet. This legate doesn't seem willing to let go.
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
Rette Alaric. Hole Egon ein. Oh, wie asihaft. Wir retten natürlich Alaric. Wir haben es ihm versprochen.
I owe you my life, Your Excellency.
Don't mention it. Alas, all this was useless. This man was not Egon.
I'm not sure that it's a person, Your Excellency. It may be the name given to the leaders of the gang. I don't know. But I will never be at peace until you arrest them, that's for sure.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. But how can I find this man now?
He said he was going back to Hikmet, which is where he sends the stolen alcohol. I'm sorry. I have not been completely honest with you. I could have told you that earlier, but I knew that without your protection, I would not survive. The deliveries are sent to a dispensary outside the town. No doubt to avoid arousing suspicion.
A dispensary? But what are they doing with all this alcohol?
I'm not sure, Your Excellency. But you'll no doubt find out if you go there.
Well, at least the fright Egon gave Alric managed to loosen his tongue.
Jawohl. Der Elric lebt schon mal. Den Egon will mir auch noch finden. Diesen Bastard. Jo, jetzt müssen wir mal Schnellreise machen irgendwo hin. Ich laufe einfach hier runter. Ah, guck mal. Da wollen wieder ein paar Leute sich... Die sind alle so schwach geworden. Hallo. Easy. Wo ist Kurt? Kurt? Da kommt er. Was war denn das denn? Also. Ah, das sind die ja schon. Hallöchen.
These islanders are drunk. And these guards don't look that official. I think we found where all the alcohol reserves on the island end up.
On your way. There's nothing for a highness here.
Sorry,
Ja, komm.
but we're entering all the same.
Oh yeah, we'll soon see about that.
Das sind ja nicht offizielle Leute von der Garde, also die sind auf die Schnauze. Ganz einfach.
This is the man we saw at the quarry. We must stop him.
Wo? Ah, da unten.
To my help! And death to the others!
Aua! Ist angeschossen. Level 30.
Surrender. You are under arrest.
What am I accused of?
You are a high-ranking member of a criminal organization that has named itself Egon. And you did not hesitate to order a murder. So, even though the attempt failed, the gallows await you. Unless you decide to reveal everything you know.
I won't say a word. I won't give you anyone. I'd rather die.
If you really thought so, we would not be talking. You will be taken to New Serene. Manfred will know how to make you talk.
Der Manfred. Okay, also den Kollegen haben wir hier schon mal und dann wieder zurück. Hin und her ist das hier. Hin und her.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
Was the captain we arrested transferred to you?
Yes. And we began to question him. It appears that he was paid by Governor Bürger. The governor tasked him with weakening the natives as much as possible in order to muzzle the rebellion. They were trying to poison the natives with alcohol, but they needed a lot to do it. Their entire smuggling operation revolved around that.
Did you contact the governor?
Yes. He sent us a letter apologizing, saying he didn't know he was dealing with criminals. His letter was accompanied by a letter of marque to compensate the merchants who suffered in this case.
Which doesn't mean that he will abandon these despicable methods. Is there any news on Egon? We're no longer certain it's even a person.
Even though that name might refer to the organization, someone must be leading it. And that's who we have to stop. Alas, for now, the captain doesn't want to tell us any more. So the interrogation continues. We're waiting for answers on that point. I need your help in another case.
I'm listening.
The Admiral sent us a furiously worded letter. One of their ships was commandeered by our troops. They accused the San Mateus garrison. But I know Herbert is quartermaster. He's an honest man. I'm not saying that the Admiral is lying to us, but I don't understand what could have happened. Whatever the case may be, the Admiral is threatening to refuse all transportation to our men. This will not only hurt the Guard, but also all the nations that employ us. We need someone diplomatic, able to piece this whole story together. Can I count on you?
Yes. I will go see Admiral Cabral and try to understand what happened.
Okay, geht das die Quest weiter jetzt gerade oder was? Schatten der Garde. Schmutzige Handel. Nee, ist eine neue Quest. Okidoki.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Oh, it's you on Omen, are we? Come and see.
Come closer, good people. The cure in point. Are your boots worn through?
Desarde. What?
Manfred, the quartermaster of New Serene Garrison, told me that he'd received a letter from you. Was one of your ships hijacked by the guard?
The Trident and its crew were commandeered by the San Mateus garrison. Commandeered? We will not let ourselves be threatened by these land pirates. The guard has no idea who it is dealing with. I've already sent several of our warships to board the Trident and release its crew. The guards taken on board shall be given no quarter.
I understand, Admiral. But Quartermaster Manfred was as surprised as you to hear this news. That's why he asked me to investigate. The guard never gave the order for such an operation.
So these mercenaries do not even know how to manage their men? Remarkable. We will not deal with the guard until Manfred cleans up his ranks. No more of these hireling thugs will set foot on my ships. The nobles will just have to do without their bodyguards.
I will tell them, Admiral. And know that I am fully aware of the problems that caused this act of piracy. Not only for the guard, but for all the nations on this island. I will do everything to find those responsible.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will eagerly await your news. Anything else?
I need to be going.
Hier passieren dauernd
The
Sachen,
Admiral
Mann, ey.
knows that we can't do anything without the force of the guard. By prohibiting them from transport, she is putting everyone at risk, leaving us to take care of the problem.
If only I could get my hands on the bunch of idiots who did such a stupid thing.
Das sind alle Vollidioten hier, ganz ehrlich. Oh Mann, oh Mann. Ich muss eigentlich meinen Väter gesund kriegen. Der ist todkrank und nein, was tue ich hier? Nebenquest da und... Dauernd haben sie irgendwelche Probleme untereinander, ey. Und die Gläubige hier kann ich so nicht leiden. Die Bekloppten. Glauben an die Sonne. Ans Licht. Ah. Gib mir mehr Licht.
We'll make you dance, land dwellers. To my help. And death to the others!
Your magic is running out. Take a potion. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
And what can I do for you?
Normal eine Quest von Nebenaufgaben. Ja, das stimmt. Also, ich habe eben gerade so vor eine halbe Stunde oder ja, keine Ahnung, vor eine Stunde vielleicht eine Hauptquest fertig gemacht und jetzt habe ich die ganze Zeit nur Nebenquests gemacht. Obwohl ich gedacht habe, ich habe keine Nebenquests mehr und plötzlich ja, kam alles nach einem anderen.
Quartermaster Manfred sent me.
I was expecting such a visit, and I'm glad Manfred sent an external investigator.
Aber ist ja oft so bei solchen
commandeering
Rollenspielen.
business may just spell the end of the guard. Without the Nord's transport, we are finished. I don't understand what could have happened. I can assure you that we have never issued an order to that effect. It's as if some members of the guard obey others' commands.
We had trouble with a criminal organization within the guard. I wouldn't be surprised if they were behind this matter once again.
Oh, this is terrible news, Your Excellency. How can we sort the good apples from the bad?
By speaking to those in charge of those in command of this town, and trying to unravel the truth from the lies.
Since you neutralized Major Herman and his gang, 3 lieutenants have been leading the troops, while waiting for a new senior officer to be appointed. They are Lieutenants Alexander, Klaus, and Ermelind.
Do you think they're honorable?
Klaus.
I won't vouch for them, if that's what you're asking. I don't know them well enough.
Thank you, Quartermaster. I'll go and find them.
Bestimmt ist es der Klaus hier, der Kriminelle. Muss ich hier hoch? Ja. Bestimmt sind 3 Leute. Na gut, gehen wir erstmal hoch. Bei Skyrim war das immer so bei mir, ey. Also ich habe in der Hauptquest angefangen und danach war ich jetzt mal 50, 70, 80 Stunden nur mit Nebenquests beschäftigt. Weil die so, auch viel interessanter waren meistens. Was ist die Hauptquest? Okay, wohin laufe ich gerade? Okay, ja, komm, ich laufe erstmal hier lang. Na, bist du der Klaus? Nein, Alexander.
Hello, Lieutenant. My name is Desardet.
Oh, you are the legate of the congregation. You're quite the celebrity amongst our ranks. I am Lieutenant Alexander. Did you need me?
Ja, das stimmt. Ich habe bei Skyrim so... Ich habe das ja mehrere Jahre gezockt, immer wieder mal. Bestimmt locker so 800 Stunden oder 1000 Stunden verbracht.
I'm conducting an investigation into the illegal commandeering of the ship, the Trident. We must work fast and find out who organized this act of piracy. Or we will all pay the price. Do you know the men who seized the ship and who they served under?
All I can tell you, Your Excellency, is that I'm sure they were not under my orders. As foolish as it sounds, we don't know the identity of the soldiers involved. Since our previous commander's coup attempt, there's been tremendous upheaval. We lack senior officers. The registers are not up to date, and many men are on the run. I suspect the supporters of the coup who escaped the trial may be responsible.
It's not impossible. I dealt with Major Herman, who was serving Commander Torsten, but I didn't take care of his men.
It's only an idea, of course, but one that seems most logical to me.
I'll leave you, Lieutenant.
Das ist der Klaus hier.
Hello, Lieutenant. Desardet, legate of the merchant congregation.
Lieutenant Klaus, what can I do for you, Your Excellency?
I'm investigating the illegal commandeering of a Naut ship that took place here in San Mateus. Do you happen to know the men responsible and the officer they served under?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I don't know. I only took office in this city 2 weeks ago. I'm just getting to know my troops. I was sent here to remedy the lack of officers following the arrest of the commander's men. Are you sure that this commandeering is not the isolated act of a few homesick recruits?
Not totally sure, but it's very unlikely. Managing the crew of a Naut ship requires great numbers and organization.
I see. Well, in that case, sorry for not being more useful.
Farewell, Lieutenant.
Okay. Am Ende stecken sie alle 3 dahinter. Na, bestimmt, ey.
Hello. I am...
Desardet, legate of the merchant congregation, right? Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. Lieutenant Ermelind, at your service.
Well, I didn't know I was so famous. Can you tell me anything about the ship that was commandeered by the guards?
A complete act of piracy, if you want my opinion.
Do you know who these guards were and under which officer they served?
No, and no soldier is missing here as far as I know. This is very strange. But since the commander's attempted coup, everything has gone to hell here. Men start muttering as soon as we have our backs turned. Some recruits have suffered violence, but refuse to name their attackers.
Do you think something is going on?
It seems obvious to me that some people took advantage of this unrest to line their own pockets.
I see. Thank you. I'll leave you to it. Farewell, Lieutenant.
Ja, und wer war das jetzt? So, ich habe noch ein Ziel hier irgendwo. Aber nicht hier.
Your Excellency, if you really want to know what's going on in this barracks, find me tonight near the church.
To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Quiet. No one must know that I spoke to you. I am Sergeant Franz, and I'm prepared to help you. Don't forget the church tonight.
The Lieutenant's interrogation produced nothing. This sergeant is our only lead.
With this gang's reign of terror, we were lucky to have come across him.
Oh, der Franz will uns helfen, alles klar. Ach, falsche Tür. Wie ich das hasse. Hier durch. Und dann hier lang. Der Franz. Wo soll er sein? Hier oder was? Ja, da ist er. Zum Treffpunkt. Okay. Laufe ich da am besten hin? Von da, jo.
Here you are. I wasn't sure you'd come. That will be understandable. It's better to be wary with Egon.
What do you know about this organization?
More than I would like. I'm part of it. Now ask me any questions you want. We don't have much time.
If you're part of this organization, why did you want to talk to me?
I joined this gang some time ago, without realizing the extent of their power. I naively thought that it would only be a matter of completing a few small secret protection missions. But I found myself involved in a sordid business with the young islanders. We capture them to sell them as slaves. They're very popular in brothels. I participated for a long time, without batting an eye. But I ended up bonding with one of the captured islanders. And the horror of this trafficking has finally hit home. I don't want it to happen to her.
Who took possession of the ship, and for what purpose?
Soldiers from the garrisons, members of Egon's organization. The boat was supposed to be used to transport the island captives to the mainland. Someone must have had enough of only being able to move a few slaves at a time, hidden in the holds. Now they've pulled this big stunt. They've not only attracted the wrath of the Nauts, but also your attention. Egon would never have made such a mistake, and they'll make the fool who did suffer dearly.
Do you know who Egon is? Or at least who runs this organization?
No. Everything is very compartmentalized. Each group knows only its direct superior, never the one above. Not only do I not know the big boss, but I don't know anything about his other activities.
Do you know who Egon is?
No. Not only do I...
And who gives you your orders?
Lieutenant Ermelin. That woman is ruthless. After the business with the ship, she decided to make a clean sweep, probably to avoid the wrath of Egon. She told us that we had to get rid of the islanders we still held captive. She wants to clean up behind us to avoid leaving any trace. My friend is among them. If I can't find a way to stop Ermelind, she will die.
If we want to prevent this massacre, we will have to intervene quickly. Where are the islanders held captive?
They're kept in a former logging facility on the outskirts of town.
Is it well guarded?
No. Numbers are small to avoid arousing suspicion. But when Ermelin comes with her troops to get rid of the young people, it'll be a very different story.
Well, we'll take control of the operation before that happens, by getting rid of the guards. When Ermelind and her soldiers come, we will use the element of surprise to neutralize them.
With all due respect, there will be many. Are you sure you'll be able to face them?
We could ask for help from one of the native clans. The Storm Warriors, for example.
Do you think they would?
If it only involved us, I doubt it. But it's about saving their own young people. They'll also be able to give them shelter when we free them.
We will need to act quickly. I fear Ermelind will take action any moment now.
I'll go get help in Vedluk as soon as possible and take care of the operation.
Thank you. I'll arrange to be appointed as the scout for Ermelind's squad. That way I can let you know when we arrive.
We should go to Vedluk.
Yes, Storm Warriors will be a good asset.
Alles klar, Kiro. Danke, dass du da warst. Schlaf gut. So, bring weitere, dass du die zu helfen. Okay. Ja.
What do you seek?
I have come to ask for your help, Deirdre. A group of guards captured young natives and turned them into slaves. But now they want to get rid of them to avoid drawing attention to themselves. I want to free them and stop these guards. But we will need support from warriors.
You are our Karans. We will help you. But you have to tell me more precisely what this is about.
The prisoners are in a former logging facility near San Mateus.
I know where it is. The Ränge massacred the forest there.
We will get rid of the guards there and release the prisoners. But if any soldiers are sent to kill them thereafter, can we rely on you to intervene?
I will send you my 2 best warriors. I can't give you any more right now. They will find you where the forest has suffered. Anything more?
I need to...
Nee, das war's, danke. Die gute Dame hilft uns schon mal. Das ist sehr gut. So, was war noch für unser Ziel? Okay, wir sollen die jetzt befreien. Top. Da 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 du 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 du. Na 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 na. So, wohin muss ich? Dahin, wo ich schon mal war. Okay. Oh, ganz viele Chantals hier. Chantal! Oh, scheiße, wo bin ich jetzt hier? Ah.
Here is the logging facility. The prisoners must be in that cabin.
No one passes.
I will pass without your permission.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. To my help, and death to the other!
Ihr seid befreit. Sprich mit Breck. Hallo Breck.
You're free.
Thank you. May the trees always bear fruits on your journey.
It was Sergeant France who told us where to find you.
France? So he kept his word. I had hoped he would.
Stay hidden here for now. We will set a trap for the people who captured you.
Then we will fight by your side. They will pay for what they have done to us.
No,
bleibt hier.
you're in no condition to fight. It's better that you stay here. When we are done with them, you can return home.
Genau.
Thank
Ich
you
schaff
for
das schon
coming to
alleine.
lend us a hand. I'm surprised. Deirdre said that she would only send 2 warriors.
She told Esseld your story, and we wanted to come. Young people from our clan have been captured, and we believe they are here. When Xavier also sent a warrior for the same reason.
We are most grateful for your help. Thanks to you, we can stop those who captured them.
You're there. Were you able to get rid of the guards?
Yes, and we have released the prisoners. But there are still others that we have to defeat.
I see you've managed to bring allies. With them, we have every chance of winning. Ermelind and her troops shouldn't be long. You should take position.
Jawohl, die kommen gleich. Mach so richtig platt.
Anything to report, Sergeant Franz?
Negative, Lieutenant. Everything is quiet.
Where did the guards go?
I don't know.
How can you not know? Hey, what's going on?
Aha.
Take me in this battle. To my help.
Aua! Blöde Kuh, ey. Nein, die da! Alle down? Jo. Ah ne, da sind noch mehr. Oh! Da sind noch mehr Leute.
We got them.
Make sure Lieutenant Ermelind is shackled and brought back to San Mateus. She will probably be sent to New Serene to be interrogated by Manfred. She has a lot to teach us about Egon.
I hope she can help you put an end to all of this.
Can we all go home now?
Yes. We will escort you.
Breg, it's thanks to you that I realized what we were doing. I hope you'll forgive me one day for being one of those monsters. In the meantime, I will do everything I can to help stop this smuggling for good.
You are a better man than you think. Friends, when you're finished, return and see me at Xavier. I will be glad to see you again.
We should go. Let's report to Quartermaster Herbert.
Sehr fein, das haben wir auch schon mal geschafft.
Your Excellency, I was told you'd returned with prisoners.
Yes. Lieutenant Ermelind organized the slave trade on behalf of the organization I told you about. Her men captured natives who were then sold here or smuggled to the mainland. We also found out that they commandeered a Naut ship to speed things up.
What madness. I guess Manfred will want to have her questioned. Lieutenant Alexander, you will accompany her with some men.
Quartermaster, at your orders.
And you, Sergeant. I understand that you participated in the despicable actions of this traitor.
It's true, Quartermaster.
I recommend clemency. Without his help, we would not have discovered what this was about.
I see. You will accompany Lieutenant Alexander. Manfred would like to talk to you, but I will make sure that he knows what role you played in this case.
Thank you, Quartermaster.
Well, I'll let you get on, sirs.
Thank you very much for your help, Your Excellency. Travel safe.
Well, things seem to be in order here now. We should go and warn Manfred.
So, ja, just gehen wir zu Manfred wieder zurück. Wieder die falsche Tür genommen. Ah, fuck. Scheiße. So. Mal schauen, ob wir bald Aegon finden. Es wird schon irgendeine Person sein, die die Gruppe anführt. Aegon. Der Name kommt mir irgendwie bekannt von irgendeinem Film, Serie. So eine Kinderserie, oder? War das mir so Drachen? Aegon? I don't know. Ich weiß jetzt nicht mehr. Lade schneller, los. Ich wollte eigentlich die Hauptquest weitermachen, aber ich komme nicht mehr dazu gerade hier. Was soll denn das?
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I was able to clarify the story about the ship, and we arrested the person in charge.
I've already been told all this. Lieutenant Alexander came before you did.
Hallo,
He told me the whole thing.
Hallo,
and he didn't
na,
fail
wie
to
geht's
tell
dir?
me everything we owe you. I have already sent a letter to the Admiral explaining what happened and offering reparations. I hope she will forgive us. Anyway, I thank you very much. Once again, you have worked wonders, Your Excellency.
We couldn't have done anything without Sergeant Franz. He showed admirable courage. I imagine he's joined your forces.
That doesn't ring a bell. I don't think a sergeant by that name is stationed here.
Strange. It seemed to me that Quartermaster Herbert told him to come and find you.
Well, perhaps he changed his mind. With this business going on, he must be sorely lacking in men. Anyway, know that our investigation has finally paid off. Lieutenant Alexander arrested many criminals with information obtained from prisoners. You should go find him. He's with Captain Ulrich.
Captain Ulrich?
The highest-ranking captain in the garrison. He's an old man who was not often found in the field. But faced with such a scandal, he had to intervene personally.
Thank you, Manfred. I'll go find them.
Der Ulrich also, alles klar. Radowig, bist du noch anwesend?
This arrest is good news. Let's find the captain.
Kannst ruhig was schreiben, ne?
Ah, Your Excellency. I was talking about your exploits to Captain Ulrich.
Your Excellency.
Captain, Lieutenant. Quartermaster Manfred informed me that you had made several arrests.
Indeed. Lieutenant Ermelind confessed, which enabled us to flush out most of the gang.
I can't quite believe that all the arrested men are involved in this case. I know many of them, and could have sworn they were honorable people.
I'm sorry, Captain. I understand. It's a shock. We were all sure that our comrades would never be involved in this kind of thing.
Will you continue the investigation?
Of course. We can't stop our research until we've completely dismantled this organization.
Lieutenant Alexander was asking me to transfer him to New Serene, to be a part of the investigation there.
To manage it, if you allow it, my captain. I was honored to participate in the interrogations of Lieutenant Ermelind, and to be able to arrest all these criminals. I would not want to leave things half-finished.
As I told you, Lieutenant, I can't approve the transfer of an officer from another garrison. I must refer to the commander.
In any case, we're most grateful for your help. But we can now bring this investigation to an end without you.
I see. What goes on in the Guard is the Guard's own business.
It's a bit like that, yes. We can't let the actions of a small group compromise the reputation of the whole Guard.
You forget, once again, that you have not yet obtained your transfer, Lieutenant. In the meantime, please be dismissed.
At your orders, Captain. Goodbye, Your Excellency.
This brazen lieutenant is bordering on insubordination.
I'm sorry you had to hear this call to order. This lieutenant is inclined to forget who he's speaking to.
It must be the enthusiasm of youth.
It's possible. In any case, and contrary to what he said, we will still need your help.
Why's that?
Lieutenant Alexander claims that Ermelin's confession allowed him to arrest all these men. But I attended one of these interrogations, and all she talked about was a secret camp. The one in which Torsten's recruits received their special instruction for the coup d'etat.
A place I remember all too well.
I'm sure, Kurt. And I'm sorry for that. If I understood correctly, this place was taken back and used by the criminal organization. But our lieutenant did not mention it, which surprised me, and led me to doubt his sincerity. Perhaps Alexander failed to report it to increase his prestige later.
But he could have another motive. So you would like us to go there?
Indeed. And I'd like to accompany you. I am no longer a field officer, but I still know how to hold my own. And I want to see this case with my own eyes. You know the place, so you will be my guide.
Very well, Captain. You can count on me.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will get going right away.
Ja, ich komme mit dir. Gehen.
Yes, I'm ready. Let's hurry.
Ei, was mit der Garde los ist, ei, furchtbar.
We're almost there.
How would you like to proceed, Captain?
By the book. We'll go through the whole camp, neutralizing any threat.
Soll ich von hinten rein da oder von vorne? Ne, vor hier hinten geht's gar nicht. Oder? Ne, ich muss hier durch. Geradeaus. Geradeaus.
It's blocked.
And death to the other! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! And death to the other!
Ich will die hier einfach alle platt. Waren die einfach alle platt hier. Alter, schnell mit Tote hier. Kollege hier. Hallo? Bleib, du musst leben, Ulrich. Du musst leben. Gibt's hier noch irgendwas? Nee. Was ist denn jetzt los? Was ist denn jetzt los? Was war das denn gerade? Ich wollte durch die Tür gehen und dann auf einmal so ein Scheiß. Alles klar. Wieso nicht? Ach, guck mal, da ist was. Wer bist du?
Sergeant Franz. Oh, poor man. He paid
Oh nein, der Franz ist tot. Die Schweine.
He was beaten to death. Quartermaster Herbert ordered him to accompany Lieutenant Alexander to answer Manfred's questions. But he never made it to New Serene.
I was sure that the lieutenant was not genuine. He must be.
Ja, der Alexander, den machen wir auch noch kalt, ey, der Wichser. Der haben Franz umgebracht, diese Schweine, ey. Das war ein guter Mann war das. Stirb! Und die einfach alle platt hier. Alle.
It looks like poison.
Von Egon verfasste Liste mit Namen. Wir müssen unverzüglich mit allen notwendigen Mitteln die folgenden Personen beseitigen, die unsere Aktivitäten gefährdet haben. Hartmann Ulrich. Ulrich soll auch tot sein. Oh, die wollen mich auch töten. Desadet. Die Schweine. Verwalter Manfred. Verwalter Herbert. Der Name von Unteroffizier Franz stand auch auf der Liste, wurde aber durchgestrichen.
This document talks about eliminating the witnesses to the case.
Manfred and us are definitely on that list.
Diese Schweine, das gibt's doch nicht. Dieser Egon, ey. Ich bin mal gespannt, wer das ist. Wie er aussieht, wie er heißt. Ich sollte hier raus, aber ich möchte hier noch nicht raus. Hier oben werden auch bestimmt Leute sein. Da vielleicht irgendwelche Hinweise.
Lieutenant Klaus, so you are part of this disgusting plot.
Lay down your weapons, Lieutenant. Any resistance is futile. Your troops have been decimated.
I will not surrender, Your Excellency. Death is sweeter than the price of treason.
Ah, der Klaus.
If you speak, we will be lenient.
You, maybe, but Egon, I doubt it. Farewell.
He's poisoned.
The plague. I'd have liked to have questioned that traitor.
Und der Selbstmord gemacht. Was ein Vollidiot. Brief aus. Egon, unsere Tätigkeit in Neuseeland musste eingestellt werden. Nachdem viele unserer Männer verhaftet oder getötet worden waren. Der verantwortliche Leutnant entschied sich, diese Leben zu nehmen, anstatt uns zu verraten. Warte mal, ich sprach mit einem Mitglied der Kommission. Und vor allem der Brief, Madame Arzu. Ich muss mit Bedauern mitteilen, dass wir die Idee von der Eingeborenen, die wir versprochen haben, nicht garantieren können. Leider wurde das von uns angeborene Schiff von den Außen übernommen, wodurch die Lieferung unterbrochen wurde. Oh Mann, so viele Hinweise hier. An angerichtete Brief aus Hikmet. Egon, wir müssen unseren Einsatz im Hikmet nach der Intervention eines neuen Mitglieds der Kommission abrupt abbrechen. Hauptmann Ludwig wurde verhaftet und genommen.
These letters are signed by Egon. We must go to the office of the leader of these criminals.
We could study the handwriting to find out who's behind this pseudonym. We did a good job, Your Excellency. Egon will never come back from a hit like this.
Certainly. But we know that there are still criminals amongst your troops, including their leader.
We know that Lieutenant Alexander is involved in all this. The sergeant's body, and the fact that he didn't tell us about this camp, are telltale signs. Perhaps he will be able to provide us with a lead. Otherwise, we still have these letters.
Remember that we are targets. Just like Manfred, we will have to stay alert.
You are right. Let's get back to New Serene as soon as possible. You'll hand over the evidence to Quartermaster Manfred and assure yourself of his safety. I will go and ask our insolent lieutenant for an explanation.
Alles klar. Also heißt das wieder zurück. Ich glaube auch, ich mache die Quest noch zu Ende und dann wäre es das für heute, denke ich mal. Wo muss ich überhaupt hin? Hier, da ist eine Lager. Sehr gut. Die Lage ist da oben. Ich muss hier komplett außen rumlaufen oder was? Na, ist ja scheiße, ey. Was soll denn das? Ach, da war ein Durchgang. Ich bin hier komplett durchgelaufen. Ich bin so doof. Ich bin so doof, ey. Naja. Das sind auch jedes Mal hier, ne? Dort wollen sie das noch versuchen, ey. Okay, Manfred lebt noch.
Your Excellency, I wasn't sure I'd see you alive again.
How did you know we were here? Did the captain tell you?
He was arrested while coming back here. Lieutenant Alexander said he was finally reported by his accomplices.
That lieutenant has some nerve. We know he's involved. We found the body of the sergeant who was to accompany him here. He got rid of him to punish him for helping us, or to stop him from revealing more. We also found this document saying that everyone who knows about the case should be eliminated. You're in danger, and they've already found a way to get rid of the captain.
Most of the men who are loyal to him are in jail. I can't do anything without help. I've been trying to get the commander. If anybody can restore order to all of this, she can.
Here, take this evidence and show it to her.
Alas, there's nothing in there that clearly indicates who Egon is.
The recent actions of Lieutenant Alexander suggest that he is the brains behind this operation. And we only have to compare his handwriting with these letters to be sure.
I'm going to join the commander, but you should intervene. I'm afraid he'll get rid of the captain.
DEUTSCH, Your Excellency! What a joy to see you again. We finally stopped Egon. The captain will be happy.
Naturally. And that is why you are surrounded by the men I apprehended. We visited your secret camp and found the body of poor Sergeant Franz, who in spite of his death, continues to betray you. You are a member of this organization, Lieutenant. And when we compare your handwriting to the letters we have seized, it wouldn't surprise me to discover that Egon is none other than you.
We prepared a discreet death for you, worthy of your uncle's court. A little poison, and our troublesome diplomat would have been out of the way. But since you leave us with no choice, finish them.
Also war Alexander immer der...
Finally, our revenge has come.
Alexander weiß also. Alexander ist Egon. Den will ich töten jetzt. Tja, und ist der Alexander. Ganz schnell geht das ja. Der ist ja der letzte Abgau, den kennen wir auch noch hier in dem Arschloch.
No! Why did you have to stick your nose in our business?
If you had not been so careless, so eager to get rich and climb to the top, maybe we would never have discovered your operations. Surrender, Alexander. Unless you prefer Egon.
Let me go! I could make you rich.
I doubt that the commander would find that arrangement acceptable.
Wretches!
I've been waiting to put this pathetic scoundrel in a hole for a long time. May I?
Be my guest, Kurt.
Your Excellency, Lieutenant Alexander was court-martialed and will soon be executed.
You have my gratitude, Your Excellency. Without you, this assassin would have probably strangled me in prison.
Manfred gave me all the evidence you gathered and told me about the case. I'm just sorry he didn't tell me about it sooner.
My apologies, Commander. But you've been so busy since starting your new position. I never thought the case would be so big.
Be that as it may, the high-ranking culprits have been punished, and the foot soldiers will be sent back to the continent. A few months on the front should bring them back to reality. We owe you so much, Your Excellency. Without you, the Guard would probably be nothing more than a band of brigands. I am extremely grateful. I will not forget what you did for us.
Don't mention it, Commander.
Jawohl. Die Groschengarde ist jetzt freundlich zu uns. Das freut mich doch.
Hello, Commander.
Lord DEUTSCH, how can I be of service?
I have to...
Haben wir das auch geschafft? Top.
Hello, Your Excellency.
No.
So, jetzt haben wir keine Nebenquests mehr, wie es scheint, jetzt aber. Und morgen würde ich mal sagen, dann machen wir dann mit der Hauptquest weiter. Die Prüfung des Wassers. Mal schauen, ob es was bringt, diese Prüfung des Wassers. Oder was das auch sein soll, ne? So, erstmal abspeichern hier. So. Ich bedanke mich dann, dass ihr es zugeschaut habt und dann sage ich mal bis morgen wahrscheinlich. Ich denke schon. Also dann bis morgen. Tschüss.